Have you ever wanted to watch a movie that instead of being written by professional comedians and accredited writers, it was written by YouTubers? Yeah, no, I didn't really think so, but I figured I'd ask. Recently, I watched the movie Airplane Mode, and that was rough. I really should have been scared off by the fact that it's starring Logan Paul, but something about the reviews just kinda hooked me. This is the true manifestation of hell on earth. What mortal sins must the first of humankind committed to bind this curse onto us? What treachery must have happened to create this? The true indulgences of the bottom layer of the inferno, beyond even Judas and Brutus in Satan's maw. I weep, for when I die, I may be forced to meet with that wretched creature that God has abandoned so. 5 stars. Just so we're clear, I'm not talking about the movie Airplane, the critically acclaimed comedy from the 80s, which you definitely should watch. I'm talking about the movie Airplane Mode, the movie released in 2019, written by people who had clearly just watched Airplane and figured writing their own movie couldn't be that hard. And I know every time I watch one of these movies, I always say it's the worst movie I've ever seen, which I'm not gonna do this time, even though it was. What I will say is that this movie was so poorly received that the writer/director of the movie no longer make movies and now sell underwear. That's not a weird joke, that's just a weird thing that happened. Also equally, if not maybe more weird, the production company for this movie sued Logan Paul because they said he uploaded his forest video, quote, in a deliberate attempt to sabotage the film's production. What? How bad did they think their own script was? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's bad, but this is your movie. If they thought their own movie was that bad, how did they even greenlight it? Have you read the script for the new movie proposal yet? No, sir, I haven't received a copy. Oh, well, you can look at mine. It's under the folder on my desk. I don't think I'll be needing it anymore because, well, I think I've just lost my passion for movies. Hello? Underwear. Jasper, I told you that in confidence. Sir, underwear? No, you're right, Jasper. I should do it. I'm gonna go for it. Thank you for everything, Jasper. What? Fuck it. Or probably something like that. But that's enough about the weird stuff surrounding this movie, so let's talk about the weird stuff that is this movie. They really tried to hit the ground running and set the tone for the rest of the movie, which they kinda actually did. The problem is that the tone is bad. Its opening scene is just 3 minutes of Logan trying to jerk off and then a bunch of mediocre jokes.
You're jerking off.
You're jerking off. Once Logan puts his Johnson away, he learns about #Tagacon, which is this influencer convention in Australia that everyone is flying to.
What convention?
You didn't hear about #Tagacon? Bro, it's the biggest social media convention ever.
Logan's online girlfriend also lives in Australia, so it's the perfect chance for him to finally meet her. Except,
You ain't have to fly.
he's afraid of flying. Wait, so the protagonist has to overcome their fear of flying in pursuit of their love interest? Where have I seen that before?
Yeah, Logan, yeah.
Then I can't go.
Why can't you fly, Logan?
Oh, I'm on the no-fly list.
You can do it, Logan!
I don't know, it looks pretty high from up here.
You're wearing a helmet! Use your wings, you big pussy!
Alright, here it goes.
Fuck, I laughed. Damn it, I laughed at the Logan Paul movie. Laugh counter updated. The other big plotline in this movie is an equally strong and original concept, where Logan's friend Wampa desperately wants to lose his virginity.
So this means you can have sex finally. Aww. No more virginity!
I should also mention that the cast is packed full of old Viners and YouTubers. David Dobrik, Lele Pons, Amanda Cerny, King Bach, and like 15 others. Vitali actually plays the main antagonist in the movie, who's just a fictionalized version of himself being extradited to Australia to stand trial. Which feels a little bit ironic, speaking that he's currently held in the Philippines and awaiting trial there. You know, maybe not as fictional as you would have hoped. When they show up to the airport, there's this weird scene where a family is saying goodbye and then they start making out. It's supposed to be weird and funny, and it was 10 years ago when SNL made that joke. But look, not every joke in this movie is stolen. Some of them are actually quite original, which you can definitely tell. And look, I like jokes. Like, watch. Knock, knock. No, say it. No, yeah, say it.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Officer Martinez from the San Diego Police Department. Unfortunately, your husband has been involved in a very serious accident, and despite the best efforts of our first responders, we were not able to save his life.
Not. No, he's all right, but he was drinking and driving, and I think he might be cheating on you, so you might want to look into that. See? Comedy. But look, I don't know, maybe this is just me being woke, but like, I'm pretty sure this movie is very racist.
Hey, where's Swanpa?
Immigration.
Deported. Hey, how are ya? Deported.
It's not even like this is an old movie where you can say it was a different time. This movie came out like 6 years ago.
Chill, Logan.
Bag check.
What? Why?
Sir,
I just have a laptop.
you've been randomly selected by our advanced safety algorithm for an extensive anal cavity search. I have 911 reasons not to trust this guy.
Dude, what? Why did nobody talk about this? How did I not know that Logan Paul made a racist ass movie? We are 14 minutes in. A minute of that was credits. And we already have Mexicans getting deported and Middle Easterners being terrorists. What's crazier is that someone like Casey Neistat saw that line and was like, yeah, sure, I'll say it. Eventually, though, they all make it on the plane and Logan gets sat next to a stranger named Jenna. I think Jenna might be crazy or something because I've never seen a person talk this much to somebody on a plane, especially somebody they don't know. Like one time I got sat between two people who knew each other and just happened to be on the same flight in the same row, and not even they talked this much. They did talk quite a lot though, and I was like right in the middle of them, so they talked through me, and yeah, that was pretty weird.
Matching femur scars. This is weird. This is weird. But how did you get yours?
Not to freak you out, but plane crash.
Fuck. The plane starts malfunctioning because nobody put their phone on airplane mode, which eventually causes both pilots to be electrocuted.
Oh shit, we're going the wrong way.
Oh my goodness, I believe we were going in the wrong direction.
We gotta flip a bitch.
We will now flip a bitch, the aviation term for turning the plane around. Do you think that they... It's the cell phone! They didn't turn off their cell phone!
Everyone knows that you put your phone in airplane mode.
Hey, you know what? Round of applause. It was actually, that's a good joke. I'll take it. Is it a great joke? Not even fucking close. But I kind of like it. At this point, I think the writers must have tapped out because they went back to back to back with stolen and racist jokes. Wait, so both pilots are left incapacitated and now there's no one left to fly the plane? Where have I seen that before?
Finally, the poor bastard is reduced to a quivering, wasted piece of jelly.
Hey, boys. Oh my god. Whoa! I am so sorry. Oh, jeez.
Wait, so it looks like one pilot is giving the other a little you-know-what? Where have I seen that before?
You know, I know what it's like to be cheated on. Yeah, this one time during midterms, this Asian girl kept looking over at all my answers. Which is ironic, you know, because she's Asian. I should be cheating off of her.
Coffee, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay, and how would you like it?
Like I like my women, black and full of cream.
It's really funny. It's really funny because that's a kid. What are we doing? Yeah, I like my coffee like I like my women.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! What the fuck you looking at, Aladdin?
Nothing. What's your problem?
I got no problem. I'm just racist. I do respect the queers though. They've been through a lot. Now you got that gay marriage.
Used to be what they do is illegal. Now they got shows about it. I binge watch them.
If I didn't hate every other part of the movie so far, I think I really would have enjoyed that line. But the rest of the movie has broken my trust, so I didn't get to enjoy it. For pretty obvious reasons, I can't show you this, but this movie has a ton of what I could only describe as unnecessary nudity. And honestly, I wasn't even really going to bring it up because it's just filler, it doesn't matter. Except I realized that the directors used this as a moment to do a product placement for their underwear. You're going to have to trust me on this one, but at one point they zoom in at a flight attendant wielding a particularly phallic object near the rear axis point of a man who conveniently is wearing their underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called marketing. You know what, actually I'm gonna go pick up a pair right now.
I'm gonna nominate your shoulder as my pillow. Okay.
No, that's insane behavior. Anyways, eventually they figure out that the pilots are dead, and that's where things really start to fall apart. Mostly because at this same moment, Vitaly breaks out of his handcuffs and starts going crazy, just murdering everyone.
No, sir, please wake up, sir. Please wake up, sir.
The dead guy just blinked? Nobody caught that the dead guy blinked? He blinked too. The other dead guy blinks. For some reason, Logan's the one handling the dead pilot situation, which doesn't make really any sense. And then he decides to show Wampa, and between the two of them, they devise a master plan. Logan is going to try and fly the plane, and Wampa is going to try and get laid. Wait, so the guy who's afraid of flying has to be the one to land the plane? Where have I seen that before?
How are the passengers doing?
Something I haven't seen before is Wampa getting laid, so let's check on how that's going.
You know, most people think I'm this huge slut, but I've actually never even been with a man before.
Really? Maybe I can help you with that. I've got some experience in that arena.
Aren't you like 16?
17.
Sorry, 17. My God, you're still illegal.
Okay, so what? We're all gonna die.
What?
The pilots are dead, and Logan's flying the plane. Listen, we've got nothing else left to lose.
Someone has to check the writers' phones, right? Because I don't know what they're doing, but I know that at least one of them is doing something. I do need to give a disclaimer to the small but very mighty part of my audience who's from Australia. I don't really know how to say this in Australian. I think it's something like, good day, mate. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. But if you found that impression really offensive, it's only going to get worse, because this is probably the worst Australian impression I have ever heard.
I think I figured out the radio.
Air traffic control to flight 1524.
Air traffic control to flight 1524.
Oh my God, you're there. Hello.
Hey, Benji here. Been trying to talk to you guys for ages.
I told you you weren't going to like it, but you can't listen. You decided to keep watching anyways, so now your feelings are hurt, and that's not on me. Anyways, at this point, Logan calls into air traffic control, trying to get instructions on how to land the plane. They pretty much just tell him to pull the autopilot lever, which he broke earlier in the sequence, and then nothing good comes from this. It's just more of the bad impression. What bad impression you said? Oh, this one?
Alright, who wants tacos?
I mean, on second hearing, actually, it kind of sounds like a pretty great Australian impression. I think this might be one of the best Australian impressions I've ever heard. This guy actually might be a native. As all of this is happening, Vitaly is just wreaking havoc. Eventually, he changes the emergency oxygen out for chloroform, and everyone gets knocked unconscious. Also, I didn't really think I was going to have to bring this up, but I guess I do. Logan can speak to gay people telepathically. Yeah, that's a real thing. I don't know.
Logan, Vitaly caused me the oxygen supply. Godspeed, my little cream pie.
Jenna, wait, don't put that on.
Why?
Something's wrong with the oxygen.
How do you know?
I hear gay people.
I really don't think they knew how to wrap this one up, because just minutes after Logan and Vitaly have this big fight, which ends with Logan being pretty much sucked out of the plane because of an open door.
If I die, I'm taking you with me, you fuck! Oh God, I'm only 23, sorta. Ah, no!
I liked that. God, it's the little things that bring me back. They fight again, but this time the door's wide open and it doesn't have much of an effect until Vitali's parachute opens.
You'll be missed! Do you get it? The jet engine turned him into mist!
Still, they have to land the plane, so they decided to look up a YouTube video on how to do it.
All you have to do is pay attention and learn. Watch your stupid video. Leave me alone, Becky!
Fuck you, Becky!
I'm telling Mom about your abortion! Fuck you!
Holy shit, okay, I was not expecting that. But they do land the plane and everyone is okay.
An incredible chain of events has led to the rescue.
Fuck her right in the pussy!
Oh my god. This movie feels like it was written by a BuzzFeed meme generator. So there you have it, the movie is over, and why does it still have 10 more minutes? What could they possibly... No.
Logan! Hey, yeah, it's me! Logan!
Take it off!
Yeah.
Hurry up!
I will,
I guess I always thought you were a little bit...
Yup, two of the most forced sex scenes in existence.
Well, not bad.
You know he's good at sex because they said it in the movie he wrote. And that is the end of airplane mode. I just want to apologize to all of you for making you see that. I know I like covering bad movies, but even I should have a standard. If you want to see more bad movie videos, I have a few on the channel already, as well as some other videos, but you can get a bonus video in the Bad Movie Movie Club over on my Patreon. Say hi to Marv for me. The Bad Movie Club is pretty exclusive, so I don't even know why I'm telling you about it, but I guess I will anyways. It's a thing I started where I'm watching a bonus bad movie every single month, exclusively on Patreon. There's also a bonus video from this video that has all the moments that didn't make the cut, and there's my secret vlog, but please do not tell anyone. As an added bonus, the Patreon is half off for the rest of the month, and you can join any of the tiers for free for 7 days. So if you want to be part of a cool club with me and all of my best friends, you can check that out at patreon.com/Jamie Regan or at the link in the description. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go now. No, you can stay there, that's fine. I'm gonna leave.